Me first, gentlemen. This ought to run close to $9,000. Much better than last time. Get the driver's body off and wait for me at Indian Springs.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. Another Argus wagon ambushed, 2 more brutal killings, and now, for the first time, committed in the jurisdiction of Clay Hollister, Sheriff of Tombstone.
Driver and the shotgun guard from the Argus mine shipment. Wait here.
You think it's the same 3 men?
If you want to call them men.
Last month they hit that first wagon over here by Pantano. 2 weeks later, they ambushed the second wagon, Sonoita. And day before yesterday, they're clear down here.
Every time it's a wagon belonging to Argus.
Yeah. Well, come on, Quint. Let's go report the robbery to Whitaker.
Right. And all 3 of them got away? Makes you look kind of foolish, don't it, Sheriff?
Oh, come on, Burgess. The sheriff isn't responsible for the entire Arizona territory.
He's responsible for Cochise County. You don't even know who you're looking for.
I know what I'm looking for, Burgess. That's how they get their information. They must have known where each of those shipments was heading and along what trail.
Now, Clay, you've seen how cautious we've been. We've followed every suggestion you've made.
Each time the wagon was carrying what you people call a small shipment of silver.
That's true. Less than $10,000 in silver ingots. The big shipments haven't been touched.
Any explanation?
Yeah, big shipments have 2 or 3 guards. Do that with a small load and it'll get through.
He's got a point.
Sure, he's got a point. An experienced guard costs $100 a day. Men like Bat Masterson, even more. You put 2 or 3 of those on our small shipments, there goes our entire margin of profit.
When's our next wagon going out?
I'm not certain.
I'm driving that wagon myself, guard or no guard.
Thanks, Burgess. I'll think it over.
You think he means it?
I believe he does. I also believe that if he does take the next wagon out, There's a good possibility that it won't be attacked.
Meaning?
Clay, there are 5 men who know the details of our silver shipments. 4 of them are officers of the company. The 5th man is Burgess.
You think he could be the contact with the killers?
I don't know.
There's one way to find out for sure. Let him drive that next shipment. I'll ride shotgun.
You're the sheriff. You call it.
I've called it.
These go to Globe, and this bundle's for Tucson. Thanks.
How many papers do you send out, Harris?
About 700 now. The epitaph practically saturates the territory.
I can believe that. I even found a piece of your front page out where that last Argus wagon was ambushed.
Is that your only clue?
You can call it that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Whitaker.
Suppose you can find advertising space for this in tomorrow morning's paper?
Mr. Whitaker, for an ad that big, I'll print a new page.
I'll see you later.
Oh, Clay, if you got a moment, I'd like to talk to you.
All right, I'll wait outside.
Good.
Still short-handed, huh?
Yes, can you read it all right?
Steady jobs in Tombstone for dependable men.
Set it up in that big black type. I'd kind of like to attract the attention of the out-of-town readers.
Let's see. Immediate openings for 10 drillers, also pushers, teamsters, and hard rock miners. Highest pay.
Just set it up like the other ads.
Sure will. And thanks, Mr. Whitaker.
Just bring some help to Tombstone. Clay, you still willing to ride guard on our next wagon?
Of course.
You'll be riding with Burgess.
Does he know about it?
No.
Well, when do we leave?
Monday morning, 8 o'clock. Sure hope I'm wrong about him.
Just have to wait and see.
Clay, I'm glad you brought the wagon back. Where'd you find it?
Not far from Indian Springs. Horses had been unhitched and they were grazing nearby.
How do you figure it?
I don't know. Looked like 3 horses left the scene of the ambush, but only 2 of them were being ridden. One man must have driven the wagon and left it near Indian Springs.
Well, it's all loaded and ready to go. I hope we don't lose it this time. Here comes Burgess. I'll let you break the news to him.
Well, Hollister, what are you doing here?
Oh, I thought you might need some help on this run.
Don't know as I do. From you, that is.
Well, you're going to get it anyway. I've decided to ride shotgun for you.
Oh? When did you decide?
A couple of days ago.
Kept it a secret, huh? You and Whitaker. So I'm the one who's been tipping off them bushwhackers.
You just concentrate on getting this wagon through to Tucson.
Was I you, Hollister, I wouldn't trust me any further than I could throw one of them 90-pound ingots we're hauling. Have a cigar.
No, thank you.
Just a little rock slide, Sheriff.
I don't like the look of it.
What's the matter? You nervous? You mean I'm going to have to go out there and clear them rocks by myself, huh?
I'll cover you.
I'll tell you what, Hollister. I'll stay here and you go out there and clear them rocks. Wait till I see that Whitaker accusing a man just because... Burgess! I'm all right. Stay under cover. Never figured it'd jump us, Sheriff. Sorry. I've always had a big mouth.
I'm sorry, too. I guess we had you figured wrong. You all right?
Better than him. Who is he?
Don't know. Never saw him before.
Wake me up when we get back to Tombstone.
I'm very grateful that Burgess is alive. Clay, I sure owe him an apology.
Yeah. I guess we misjudged him.
Oh, that killer you brought in, who's he?
Body's still unidentified.
And the other two men?
I only saw their backs as they were riding away.
Well, don't feel too badly about it, Clay. Burgess is alive. You did bring back the silver.
There is one thing. I was wondering if there could be any...
Yes?
Sorry, the clerk said to come in.
Oh, I imagine you're looking for a job?
Yeah, that's right, a job.
I'm sorry I can't see you now. Just wait in the hall.
Yes, sir.
You were saying?
Oh, nothing, just that there's no new evidence. I'll let you know if anything comes up.
Oh, thanks, Clay. Thanks for everything you've done.
Clay Hollister had found newspaper clippings from the epitaph at the scene of both robberies of the silver shipments from the Argus mines. For some reason, he had not mentioned it to the mine superintendent, John Whitaker.
Guess you heard we had a little trouble.
Yeah. You know better than to come into Tombstone.
That tin star didn't recognize me.
Doesn't make any difference.
He'll never get us.
No one will if you follow orders. Just keep on storing the silver at Indian Springs. Now go find yourself a new man to work with. Keep on taking your orders from my ads. From now on, I never want to see you in Tombstone, do you hear?
I heard you.
Hi, Harris. How about a game of cribbage?
Sure. Well, how's your puzzle coming?
Puzzling. Whitaker keeps changing the route of silver delivery to Tucson, and he still keeps getting robbed. Just doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense to somebody. Somebody's making a fortune.
Yeah. Harris, do you remember that piece of your front page that I found out where the other Argus wagon was held up?
Yeah? The October 11th issue, you said.
Uh-huh. Did Whitaker have a want ad in that issue?
Well, I don't know. Let's find out.
What about our game?
Later, Quinn.
Later. Later.
Good thing I keep a complete file of the epitaphs, or you never would solve any of your crimes.
I'm glad it makes you feel needed. Where's the paper?
Let's see. You said October 11th.
One of Whitaker's ads, all right. And I took this one off of the outlaw who was killed.
Well, that's Whitaker's latest ad. Here. There it is.
Printed 4 days before Burgess and I were ambushed. You know, Harris, this hold-up gang may be getting information on time, destination, and route of these shipments from a code in these ads.
Well, how? John Whitaker writes these ads himself.
I know, but Burgess and Whitaker are the only two men outside of the owners of the Argus who had the information on these shipments. And Burgess cleared himself yesterday. Harris, I need your help. I want to go over every one of Whitaker's ads, and if there's a code, we'll break it.
All right. Let's start here and work back.
And the Pantano robbery checks, too. This ad told the killers where to go and when to get there.
Well, it looks like we've broken their code. But I wish we had a few more cases to go on so we could be sure.
No. More cases mean more killings. I hope that Whitaker's next move is to send the bullion by way of Fairbanks again. A repeat shipment would give us the final check on the code that we need.
Yeah. Are you going to ride shotgun?
You just let me know the minute that Whitaker brings in the next ad. I'll ride shotgun, all right. Maybe to Fairbanks or maybe someplace else.
Carol.
You calling me, sir?
Yes. I want you to take this ad to the Epitaph for tomorrow's newspaper. And then, if you don't mind, stop in and see the sheriff and ask him to come see me at his convenience.
Yes, sir.
According to this, you'll need that next Tuesday.
Whitaker's ad?
Yep. Have you talked to him yet?
No, I sent Quint instead. Need 6 drillers at once. Now, drillers, that's the code word for Fairbanks, and 6 is the Desert Trail.
Apply 7 a.m. Tuesday. That's when the shipment leaves, right?
Right. When does this get printed?
Tomorrow. He wants to see a proof this afternoon.
All right. Print it just this way, but only for those papers that are going to stay right here in town. What did Whitaker want?
A guard. You, preferably. For a silver shipment he's sending to Tucson by way of Fairbanks.
When?
Early next week. He said the exact day would depend on when he has a good driver available.
Did he mention a route?
Oh, he said he'd talk that over with you.
He's still being careful that nobody finds out too much, except for his own gun slicks. Well, we'll just have to see that the gun slicks are far away from Fairbanks. All right, Whitaker will see his ad, just as it's written here, just as he wants it. For the out-of-town papers, make it read like this.
Change 6 drillers to 8 hard rock miners and make the departure time 4 hours later.
That's right. I want to give those outlaws plenty of time to locate a good ambush spot on the canyon trail to Tanque Verde.
Flagstaff, needs it for Phoenix, needs for Prescott. That's it. Hit it.
There they go, Clay. Those copies have Whitaker's ad with the changes you made. Local edition, word for word, the way Whitaker wrote it.
Good enough. Brent and I are seeing Whitaker on Monday. We got a story cooked up that'll keep him happy until Tuesday.
Well, this about tomorrow, gentlemen?
Either Quentin or I are riding on that shipment to Fairbanks tomorrow.
Why, Clay? It's a little late to get other guards, and I don't think I should postpone it.
Well, you don't have to postpone it. Send it without guards. Got this message from the sheriff of Pima County.
Argus gang reported seen in Tucson and heading west. Large cash silver ingots located and being held in Tanque Verde. Suggest Argus authorities try to identify as loot from recent robberies. Tanque Verde? Why, that's impossible.
Impossible, Mr. Whitaker?
Well,
it's worth looking into, even if the mill stamps have been hammered out.
they have been hammered out?
Yes, but you should be able to identify ingots from your own crushing mill anyway, shouldn't you?
Why, yes, I should be able to recognize them. What do you want me to do, Clay?
You drive a wagon to Tanque Verde yourself. Quentin and I'll ride shotgun on whatever you bring back.
Fine. But you sure that wagon to Fairbanks won't be waylaid?
I'm sure of it.
Looks like we got us an alert shotgun rider today.
Well, you know how these kids are. Stay up all night and still expect to do a good job in the morning.
Are we ready to go?
And why don't you grab yourself a couple of winks so you'll do us some good on the way back with the silver?
Oh, I could sure use it.
Sound asleep. I guess we really don't need him with an empty wagon.
Nope.
Reach up. You're covered front and rear. Don't shoot. It's Whitaker.
Hold him.
Hold it. You won't need those guns. Drop it. Start climbing.
Real nice shooting back there, Quint. Especially for a fellow who's fast asleep.
Sure put him to sleep.
Time to wake him up. Come on, Whitaker, get up. Can't lie there all day. Gotta make room for some friends of yours. You won't have any trouble identifying.
Come on, get up in there.
The whole territory will be interested in today's paper, Clay.
Hey, it seems kind of light, Harris. What's the matter? Not as much advertising as usual?
I'm not complaining. At the rate Whitaker was robbing the Argus mines, they couldn't have paid the bills much longer anyway.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
A $20,000 shipment of bank cash destined for Tucson was being transferred from the stagecoach to the Wells Fargo safe to be held overnight.
Can I help you, ma'am?
You're the sheriff.
Clay Hollister. And you're...
Liz Dalton. I just came in on the stage. I'm staying in town overnight. I'm on my way to Tucson. It's my first trip there.
Oh, it's too bad. That's Tombstone's loss. But you're welcome anyway. It's my deputy, Quint.
Hello.
If we can be of service?
You can. For one thing, I thought perhaps you might recommend a nice place for me to stay.
Oh, well, there's the Russ House just down the street. It's about the quietest place in town.
Thank you. Oh, Sheriff, do you think that I might arrange to leave these in the safe overnight?
Well, that'd have to be up to the Wells Fargo people.
I'd feel a lot safer if I could. They're quite valuable, my jewels. Most of them are family heirlooms, so naturally they mean a great deal to me.
Sounds like a good idea if it's all right with Sam. Sam? Miss Dalton here would like to use your safe.
Well, sorry, the safe's for company business only. I'm really awfully sorry, Miss Dalton. You understand how it is, company policy.
Please. I'd sleep so much better tonight if you would. Couldn't you do it as a personal favor for me?
Well, I think we can arrange it in your case, Miss Dalton. Well, the company wants to accommodate us travelers.
Thank you, Mr.
Wade, Sam Wade.
Thank you, Mr. Wade.
Come with me. Put it right there in the case. I'll check the jewels. Yes. Now you've got a string of pearls, 2 diamond earrings, and 2 brooches, correct?
That's right.
Quint.
Quint.
Yeah.
What is it?
I think I can take care of things here if you want to go finish your round. You should enjoy Tucson, Miss Dalton. Of course, they haven't got anything there that we don't have right here. Maybe a little bit more of it.
I'm sure I'll like it, Sheriff. There. I feel a lot better now.
Don't close it. My name is Packard, Judd Packard. I'm sorry about that holler, but I'm carrying over $1,000 in cash here, and I certainly would like to lock it in your safe overnight, if you don't mind.
Well, you're sure doing a Russian business today, Sam.
I'll take care of you, Mr. Packard, just as soon as I give this little lady here a receipt.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory.
Well, I was just going to do that.
Well, saves you the trouble. Thanks.
Now you can move this whole...
All right. I see it.
Why, a fellow named Packard over at the Oriental wants to see you. Said he needs your help.
Packard? Oh, yeah. What did you want?
Well, he's in a big ruckus over a poker game.
Looks like it could get serious.
All right. I'm going over that way. I'll walk with you.
Well, all right, here's the sheriff. Now he'll vouch for me.
What seems to be the trouble?
He's lost all his cash. Wants to keep on playing. I want to see the money.
We're going to keep on playing, mister. You're not quitting until I've had a chance to win back.
Easy, Packard.
All right. But you tell this man I got $1,000 cash in the Wells Fargo safe.
That's right. Why didn't you just show him the receipt?
Well, I don't have it with me. It's up in my hotel room.
Is that right, Sheriff?
Sure it's right, or I wouldn't say so. One more thing. No more squabbling. Keep the game quiet or it breaks up.
Oh, Sheriff,
Yeah?
you know, it might be a good idea if you stuck around for a while.
What for?
Oh, sort of keep an eye on the game. After all, man's been as lucky as Todd here. Winning steadily, hand after hand. Might just learn something.
You accuse me of cheating?
Well, you don't mind if the sheriff watches, do you?
You never can tell about people you're traveling with. Now, you take me. All you know about me is that I'm a salesman, traveling in the same places as you and Judd Packard.
So?
So I'm a lot smarter than you think I am, because I found a way of making some real big money.
How?
Oh, I've got all kinds of things to sell, like information. Do you realize there have been 2 safe robberies, big ones, in towns that we've been in?
All right. We'll cut you in. But if we get caught, there won't be anything for any of us. So let's get out of here.
Where to?
To hide this.
But I'm going with you. This afternoon, when your friend Judd Packard rented their horse at the livery stable and went riding, I followed him. So I know just where you're headed for. I'll see that you don't get lost.
You all through, Packard?
Yes, I'm through.
All right, shut up. You really wrecked this place, now you're gonna pay for it.
I'm not gonna pay for something.
You want to spend some time in a Tombstone jail?
All right, I'll settle up in the morning. when I get my money out.
All right. Now I suggest you head for your hotel room. The rest of you can head for home, too. This card game's over.
Wait. This is far enough. I've decided. We don't have to hide it.
But we're strangers here. The sheriff might search our rooms. Judd will come back for it in a day or so. That's the way we always work it. We'll decide on the split then.
Oh, I've already decided on the split.
What do you mean?
This one's mine. All of it.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, don't I? You think the price of freedom for Packard and you is too high? Hand it over, lady. Give it to me.
All right.
A few hours later, the same night.
Well, did everything go all right?
No, it didn't. Something went wrong. Real wrong.
What do you mean? What happened?
You remember that little man that came in on the stage with us? Kept trying to make conversation?
What about him?
He followed me. He caught me red-handed. I didn't even have a chance to close the safe.
What do you mean he followed you?
Just that. He was in Lordsburg when we were. Maybe Prescott, too.
So?
So he knew. He must have seen us make the deposits. Then when the places were robbed, he put two and two together. He's been following us.
All right, all right. How much does he want?
He wanted it all.
You wanted it? Oh, you mean you settled with him?
I settled with him. I killed him. I had to do it. He never would have left us alone.
That gun was to be used as a last resort.
It was. It's done, and that's that.
Not quite. You've let yourself in for a murder charge.
Not me. We. You're in this, too.
Oh, no. Not in the killing, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are. You're my accomplice, and don't forget it. Because I won't ever. They won't catch us, Judd. And besides, we're rich. Very rich.
Early morning, October 10, 1882.
Morning, Miss Dalton. Sorry to waken you so early, but I've got some bad news.
About what, Sheriff?
About your jewels. The Wells Fargo safe was robbed last night. Cleaned out. Everything.
Everything. But my jewels, they're family heirlooms. They're worth a fortune.
I'm sorry, Miss Dalton. Of course, I'll do everything to recover them.
But I put them in the safe so that... Sheriff, I'm holding you personally responsible, along with the Wells Fargo company. You'll both be hearing from my attorney.
Yes, ma'am. But in the meantime, I'll need a description of the jewels, as complete as possible.
It was a string of pearls. 43 pearls in each strand. Each one perfect.
Pearls, 43.
There was a serial number on the clasp. 578348282.
578348282.
And there were a pair of earrings. Gold mountings. There were 5 small, perfect diamonds in each one. That's a total of 10 diamonds, Sheriff.
Your addition's as good as your memory, Miss Dalton.
And there were 2 brooches, cameos. There were dates inscribed on the back. One was March 6, 1818, and the other was August 21st, I think, 1831.
21st, 1831?
Yes, I think that's it. All right. That's everything, Sheriff.
Thank you, Miss Dalton. You'll be hearing from me.
Anything new on the robbery? I asked you. Clay?
Oh, hello, Harris.
Why all the deep thought?
Thinking about Liz Dalton.
What about her?
She was in a position where she could have seen the combination to the safe when Sam Wade opened it.
You really think she did it? Then came back later and stole her own jewels?
And close to $20,000 in cash. Harris, she's got a phenomenal memory.
How do you know that?
Well, when she was itemizing the contents of her jewel case, she told me exactly how many pearls she had, the serial number on the clasp, even the dates on the back of the brooches. Wouldn't you say that was a little unusual?
Clay, one of the stage passes that rode into town yesterday is missing.
Missing?
Yeah, a man named Harry Ames. The hotel manager just told me. Thought we ought to know. He went out last night and never did come back.
All right, I'll go check it.
Sheriff Hollister, I was just on my way to see you.
You leaving town?
Yes, on the noon stage. You can contact me in Tucson at the Arizona Hotel, if and when my jewels are recovered. I'm sure you'll do everything possible to get them back for me, Sheriff. I'm sorry I was unpleasant this morning, but I was upset.
It's understandable.
Goodbye, Sheriff. I'd better leave while I still have some possessions left.
I don't envy you the ride. That's a long, hot 70 miles.
71 to be exact. Goodbye, Sheriff.
Oh, Miss Dalton.
Yes?
I'm searching everyone leaving Tombstone. No exceptions.
Don't you think that's a little ridiculous in my case, Sheriff?
No exceptions. Who should be able to understand better than you?
Help yourself, Sheriff.
Thank you. Nothing unusual, except maybe this.
Unusual, Sheriff, for a woman traveling alone.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Dalton. Sorry for the inconvenience. You can go now. Quint?
How about a game of cribbage?
No, later. I got a job for you. Yeah, what's up? You're gonna take a little trip.
Going to Tucson with you.
Official business, ma'am.
Later the same day, October 10, 1882.
Packard. You're in this deeper than I thought. First robbery, now murder. Let's go. Leave it. I'll carry it for you. Move out. Now, let's go. I got a telegram to send to Benson. There's no reason for Miss Dalton and my deputy to travel all those 71 miles to Tucson. She's got some unfinished business right here in Tombstone.
I don't know how anyone opens one of these blasted things with... Hello, Clay. We're just trying to figure out whether Liz Dalton will open that thing by remembering the combination or whether she did it by sound. You know, listening to the tumblers.
Why didn't you just ask? Here.
Answer your inquiry, Ray Judson Packard and Elizabeth Dalton.
They were a carnival act for years before they hit on this safe-cracking idea.
Carnival act?
Yeah, you know. Liz would look at a page of a book for a couple of seconds and then recite it word for word. Photographic memory, they call it.
Well, how did you know about Packard?
I didn't for sure. Just played a hunch. See, when Liz left town without the money, I figured somebody had to be in on it with her. And Packard went out of his way to start that wing-ding down at the Oriental at exactly the time of the robbery.
I see. So that's how she did it.
Mm-hmm. Gwen. From now on, when I'm out of the office, I want you to keep an eye on the editor here. I think he's planning on a life of crime.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
back inside!
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. Sunday, May 20, 1882. The Tombstone Bank had been robbed in the dark hour before dawn, and an innocent bystander had been killed by the fleeing gunman.
Todd, stay here. Sam and I are riding down to the Jensen's. Cover us.
Dan, there are 3 riders up on the hill, and 2 of them have started down.
Yeah?
Maybe you better get your gun.
You expecting trouble?
Are you? The man in the lead is riding a sorrel like Ben rides.
Inside, honey.
No.
I said inside.
And I said no.
Look, do you trust me?
Yes, I trust you, Dan, but I'm going to stay.
Somebody up the hill told us this was the Jensen farm. I guess you must be Dan Jensen. And you, lady, you must be Hope Jensen.
You want something?
Sort of, but it's business. Or when men talk, most ladies leave the room. All right, tell her, Danny. Tell her you asked us here. The sooner she leaves us alone, the sooner we go.
Go ahead, honey. Go on. Go ahead. Just shut your mouth. What do you want?
Give him the bag.
Why?
I'm appointing you my banker, Danny. Go on, take it, boy. It'll make you the richest banker in the territory.
I said why.
Because I told you to. Because that girl in there deserves a chance to spend the rest of her life with you. And she'll do anything you say, Danny. You just take that money here and put it away for your friends, and there won't be any trouble. If you don't, there's nothing but trouble.
Why me, Ben? You could...
No more arguments. I said give him the bag.
When'll you be back?
When I think it's time.
You swear no trouble if I do it.
That's what I said. Come on.
Oh, I was just leaving you a note. What about? About the bank? Any news?
Yeah, it was robbed.
Well, thanks for the exclusive. But everybody in town already knows that.
Does everybody in town know who did it?
No. But they suspect you'll find out.
And I'll find out who killed the handyman.
Now, take it easy, Clay. It's not your fault the bank was robbed.
It's somebody's fault, Harris. 3 men ride into town, break into the bank, kill a man, and just ride out of town again. And you know why they thought they could get away with it? Because there's just me and 1 deputy to take care of the whole...
Sheriff Hollister, I'm Hope Jensen. I'd like to talk to you whenever...
Come in, man. This is Harris Clyburn, editor of the Epitaph.
Miss Jensen.
You got here just in time to stop me from blowing my top.
He means you almost got here in time.
I'll talk to you later. Just wait till you hear me on the subject of newspaper prices.
It's nice to meet you, Miss Jensen.
Thank you.
Will you sit down, ma'am? Now, how may I help you?
Sheriff. Look inside. Is it from the bank?
Maybe you better tell me.
Well, 2 men rode into our place this morning. With that. They gave it to my husband. He hid it. I watched. Later I found it and I brought it here. Sheriff, I don't know why Dan took it. I just want you to
Mrs.
help
Jensen,
him, please.
getting upset isn't going to help. Now, please sit down. Now, Dan, he's your husband?
Yes. We have a farm 9 miles out on the Benson Road. These 3 men.
You said 2.
Oh, did I? Well, there were 3.
Then why did you say 2?
Well, only 2 rode in. The other man stood as a kind of lookout, I guess.
I see. Did you know them?
No. No, I don't know them.
Did your husband?
No.
Quint.
Yackley.
Lock that in the safe. This is my deputy, Quint, Mrs. Jensen.
Ma'am?
Now, I suggest you stay here until I get back. Your husband, Dan, will be with me. Dan Jensen?
Yeah.
I'm Clay Hollister.
You the sheriff?
That's right. I'd like to talk to you for a minute. Your wife's in my office, Mr. Jensen.
Why?
She brought me something.
You know what? Well, what'd she bring you?
Money. A whole sack full of it. The money belongs to the Tombstone Bank. Would you like to tell me why you had it, Mr. Jensen? Your wife has already told me how you got it, but I want to hear it again from you. I'm waiting, Mr. Jensen.
Hope's in your office?
That's right.
Well, this is the truth, Sheriff. I kept the money because they threatened Hope. She didn't know that, but they meant it. I know them.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Let's go.
Don't move, Sheriff. There are 2 guns pointed at you. So you told the law, huh, Danny?
No. Now listen to me a minute, Ben.
Listen? Listen to what? He give you our money, lawman?
Your money?
Where is it, Dan?
I don't know.
You don't. Get off that horse. You too, Dan. Take his guns. The sheriff even itches himself. Kill him. The money.
I haven't got it.
Who has? Where is it? Dad, find out where it is.
You're wasting your time, Ben.
How do you know?
Because it's where you can't get it.
Hold it. Where?
Back in Tombstone.
Is he telling us the truth? The money's back in Tombstone? How did you get it? Your wife. I warned you, Dan.
You can't hurt her. She's safe.
Safe, huh? In Tombstone. So you got the money, huh, Sheriff? She brought it to you. Well, Sheriff, we've got you. Tell me, what do you think you're worth? I figured just about as much as you stole from us.
It might not work.
You better hope it does, Sheriff. Sit down. Let's see how well you can write, Sheriff.
You call it.
Being detained. Still alive. Give bearers the money, or I'm dead. Sign it. Clay Hollister. You write well, Sheriff.
You sound like you've had lots of experience with this sort of thing.
Todd, you and Sam take him into town. Get that money back. So if they don't, they've got a dead sheriff.
What do you mean, take him with us?
Just that. Ride right up to the sheriff's office, but one of you stay outside with him. Make it look like he's one of us.
Suppose he tries.
He won't, because one of you is going to be in a position to kill his wife. And I'll kill his friend here for sure. He knows that, don't you, Danny?
Suppose they try and follow us.
They won't. Make it clear, any tricks is no deal. They never get Hollister.
After we get the money, what about him?
Bring him back.
Yeah, then what?
Well, Danny Boy's going to ride with us for a while.
And?
I'll let you know later. Now get moving. A lot of money for a dead sheriff.
You sound real pleased, Ben.
Why not?
Well, the way I see it, the odds have changed. They're 1-to-1 now.
Later the same day, May 20, 1882.
A note from your sheriff.
Being detained but still alive. Give them the money or I'm dead. Clay Hollister. What's the meaning of this?
Just what it says. Hollister, he won't be back. Unless we get the money. Dan outside. He told me to tell you that.
You're lying. Dan wouldn't say that.
Go to the door. Ask him yourself. But no further. I wouldn't. Because if I don't come out, the others will blast their way in here. And if we don't all come back, you do have a dead sheriff.
Dan, is it true? Is it true?
Do what he says. Give him the money.
You all heard him. The money.
Supposing we do give you the money, how do we know you won't kill him?
You don't. I guess that's a chance you'll have to take. Of course, you've got some time to think it over. I'm giving you 30 seconds, starting now.
I'll give him the money. Can't be any more killing. Tell him to give it to him.
You've only got 15 seconds.
Please give him the money.
Why? What guarantee can you give us they won't kill Clay even if we do?
He said so.
He did.
Time's up. What's it gonna be?
Quint, open the safe. Give him the money. You agree?
Yeah, I have to agree.
You did the right thing.
We'll soon see, won't we?
Yeah. Try anything. Follow me and Your sheriff's a dead man.
Maybe they got lost, Ben. Or maybe you've got this thing figured all wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, if your boys like money as much as you do, they might be on their way over the border with it right now.
Don't try that on me, Hollister.
Well, you can't blame them. Everything they know, they learn from you.
Shut up.
Yeah, and once they're over the border, they're rich men. And you? You'll just be a killer who's going to hang for his killing.
I'm warning you, Hollister.
Well, you better do it fast. Because if your boys are on their way back here and my deputy is following them, they might hear the shot. They'd come riding in here.
You're gonna die. I'm gonna kill you right now.
No, you're not. Not until you get your money, you're not. You see, you might need me. They might demand another note before they turned it over to you.
Yeah, you got that figured right. It's getting late.
Frankly, I'm in no hurry for them to get back. The odds are still 1 to 1.
But I've got the gun.
I can wait. Can you?
We haven't much time. Why did you come to the sheriff, Miss Jensen? Who sent you?
No one sent me.
Did your husband send you?
No. And he didn't kill the man in the robbery because he wasn't there.
If what you say is true, he can't be too deeply involved. Not yet. At most, he's an accessory to a robbery.
What are you trying to say?
Only that if you know anything that you're not telling us about the men involved in this, you'd be helping your husband by saying so.
Well, maybe you're right. But there's a man dead. And if Dan had anything to do with it, they might hang him, and I can't help hang my husband.
And what happens to him if Clay Hollister is killed?
I can't tell you anything.
And your husband? You feel you're helping him?
I don't know. All I know is he's alive, and I want to make sure that he stays that way. At any cost.
Tell me one thing. How do you decide?
Decide what?
Who's to live and who's to die? That's what you're doing, you know. And you haven't the right. No one has.
I don't care who lives or dies. I only care about Dan and me.
So you're willing to kill someone who tried to help him and you?
No, I'm not.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Miss Jensen. I don't want to hurt you. But I do want to save a life.
There were 3 men. 2 of them you've seen. I don't know them, but the leader is a man called Ben. Ben Jensen. He's Dan's brother.
His brother?
He has a place out near ours, to the east.
The first place to the east?
Yes. It's best you approach it from the corral side.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Let me see it. You think you're smart, don't you?
to one and no gun.
I like it that way.
I'll get him.
Don't go for your gun, Todd. Forget it. On your feet.
Hold it.
Drop the gun. Where's Dan Jensen?
He's wounded. The editor's back there with him.
Take care of these two. There's one more inside that I want to see to personally. Editor, there is no excuse.
You know the price of Houston.
Sheriff, I just came from the hospital and Dan's going to be all right.
Oh, good.
Looks like our troubles are over. I want to thank you.
Well, at least Ben Jensen won't be troubling you anymore. Looks like he'll be staying right here for good.
I'm sorry I had to be so rough, Miss Jensen, but I'm surprised.
You're surprised?
Well, if you thought your husband was being pressured by someone, why didn't you talk it over with him? Like a husband and wife.
You never would have thought he was part of that gang if you had.
Well, maybe it's a lesson that Dan and I have learned. Well, goodbye and thanks again. You wives must be terribly understanding. I mean, for you to be able to tell them everything.
Oh, well, I'm not.
Me either.
I didn't think so.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
From Tombstone, Arizona Territory.
Drop it. I said drop it!
Mighty tricky of you, Sheriff. Move out. We're going back to town. Kinda hate to do that. What with being forced to kill that bank clerk and all. Mean the hanging rope for sure.
What do you mean, forced to kill him? He wasn't even armed.
Let's go. If you say so. You're the boss, Sheriff.
Lady, Pa's been shot.
I'm too busy for your teasing, Noah.
Lady, he's dead. The sheriff from Tombstone did it. I saw it with my own eyes.
Did you avenge Pa, Noah?
I tried. I was waiting for Pa where he said. And the sheriff followed him. He come up behind him. I tried to shoot him, lady, but
We've got to do it, Noah. For Pa's sake.
I will. I'll think of some way. Trouble is, I can't go into Tombstone. Maybe the sheriff saw me firing at him.
Then you can't. But I can.
No, it's my job.
I can set the sheriff up for you. That's the least I can do. I set him up so as you can kill him.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. July 10, 1884. A stranger arrived in Tombstone on foot. Lady Bell, Jonas Bell's daughter. The girl was young, pretty, and a killer's accomplice.
Begging your pardon, mister. Where'll I find the sheriff?
Don't you see the sign?
Oh, never did learn to read much.
Evidently.
Thank you kindly.
No, I didn't see who was doing the shooting. But there are two members of the Bell family left, Jonah's son and daughter. I got a hunch it was one of them.
Well, if it was one of them, I have a feeling you'll never see them again. They've never come into Tombstone in the past. I doubt very much that...
Come in.
You the sheriff?
Yes, ma'am. May I help you?
Hope so. I'm Lady Bell, Jonas' girl.
This is Harris Clyburn, the editor of the newspaper.
How do you do?
Hello, Miss Bell. Sit down, Miss Bell.
Thank you kindly.
Now, what can I do for you?
Well, I don't rightly know, but with Pa dead and Noah run off, I'm all alone. I need someone to look after me. And, since you killed Pa, I kind of figure you're responsible for me.
And don't ask me where the logic comes in, Nellie. That shouldn't be any problem for you. Somebody's got to take care of her. And it might as well be me, and I hope you.
Sure, I could use somebody to clean up, but I don't know, Clay. How's some of my boarders going to feel, having the daughter of Jonas Bell around?
Now, Nellie, there's a reason why you're one of the best-liked women in Tombstone. You do things for other people, regardless.
Thank you, Clay.
Morning, Sheriff.
Jed?
Yeah. I should have figured it out myself. I just heard that you're Jonas Bell's daughter.
Yes, sir.
And what are you doing here? You know what your father did. You know what this town thinks of the name of Bell.
Don't blame the girl, Jed.
Jonas Bell murdered my brother. Shot him in the back. And I blame her and her whole family. Now you get out of here. Because we don't need anybody to remind us of Jonas Bell. He was an animal and a killer.
Don't you say that about him. You hear me? You take it back. You hear me?
Now leave her alone and get out.
You side with her, Hollister, and you'll regret it. Now you tell her the truth. Nobody wants her here.
I do.
Out.
I'm right sorry.
This is going to be a problem, Clay. Jed's not the only one in town who feels this way.
Yeah. Maybe you made a mistake coming here, lady. Look, I know it's not your fault, but there are a lot of people in town who have good reason to hate the name Bell.
I know. But where else can I go? Oh, please, Miss Nellie, Sheriff. I swear I won't lose my temper again. Oh, just give me one more chance.
There's a heap of dishes out back. Start washing.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Thank you, Miss Nellie. Sheriff, thank you.
Well, what do you think of her, Nellie? How's she working out?
She's a willing enough worker, I'll say that. Matter of fact, she's starting to make some friends.
She's trying hard to be accepted. And I understand she was pricing hats at the general store. She wants to be just like every other respectable woman in Tombstone.
Oh, who could have ever predicted it? Lady wearing a hat.
Looks like her name fits her just right. At least from what we've seen of her.
You've never seen such a town. Noah, they got stores selling things I never even heard of.
What about Hollister? You got him set up?
He befriended me. Got me a job paying real wages.
Well, now ain't that nice? Nothing like money to change a person, huh?
I ain't changed, Noah. It's just that... Well, what Pa ever do for us except beat us? And he did a lot of bad things, too, Noah. I'm finding that out for sure.
We're still his flesh and blood. Or maybe your high-toned friends will let you forget your name's Bell.
No, you're right. No one's ever gonna let us forget that.
That's better. Now, here's what I've been thinking. You know where the livery stable is? Well, tonight, after you get through with your work,
Evening, Sheriff.
Lady?
It's a nice night, isn't it? Air smells so sweet.
Yeah. I hadn't noticed it, but now that you mention it, it does.
It's elegant night for a walk. I hear there's a new coat down by the livery stable.
Well, it's kind of late for you to be walking all that way alone.
Oh, I don't mind.
I think I'll just walk along with you.
All right, Sheriff.
aren't you the girl who was just saying what a nice night it is? All of a sudden, you turned as solemn as a hootie owl.
It's so?
You haven't heard a word I've said. What's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
You know, Nellie's real pleased with you. You keep up the good work and you'll be getting a raise. The most important thing is you're making friends. Pretty soon you'll feel like you always belonged here.
July 15, 1884. While Clay Hollister was walking with Lady Bell, a shot had been fired. Two questions had to be answered. Who was the gunman and which was the target? The sheriff or Jonas Bell's daughter?
You accusing me, Sheriff?
No, I'm not accusing you. I'm just asking questions. It's quite a temper you've got, Jed.
So, I have a right to my own temper. There's no law against that.
No? Unless it moves you to take a shot at a girl because her father killed your brother.
I give you my word, Clay. I don't know anything about it.
All right, Jed, thanks.
Well, you questioned everybody in Tombstone who had a grudge against the Bells. I don't think any of them fired that shot.
I don't either.
Nellie said that Lady was waiting for you the other night. That walk might have been strictly for the purpose of getting you killed.
Then why didn't she go through with it? Why, at the last minute, did she pretend that she sprained her ankle?
I don't know. But the point is, it could have been a plan to get you.
Yeah, I know it. And I know the way to find out. Morning. How's your ankle?
Good as new, Sheriff. For helping me home last night.
By the way, Lady, do you hear anything from your brother?
Oh, no, sir. Noah's not much on writing.
Well, I thought maybe you'd seen him. That maybe he'd come here,
Here?
to Tombstone.
Oh, no, sir. He'd never do that.
Well, I've got to be getting back to work.
Yeah.
About last evening, Sheriff.
Yes?
You've been good to me. I never had a friend before.
That why you changed your mind about letting Noah shoot me?
No, it wasn't Noah. That shot was meant for me. Well, Nellie's waiting. Could I talk to you, Mr. Clyburn?
Yes, lady?
I know why you asked about Noah in the sheriff's office.
Oh, go on. I think we understand each other.
Well, I just wanted you to know that whatever reasons I had when I first came to Tombstone, it's all changed now. I'd like to stay in Tombstone, and I'd like to keep my friends here.
Including Clay Hollister?
Mainly Clay Hollister. I'd rather die than do anything to hurt him. Well, I just wanted you to know that.
I believe you, lady.
Why'd you go and save him?
You shouldn't have come here, Noah. I was going to come to you first chance I got.
Why'd you save him?
We got to forget about the revenge.
I see. Just like that, and it's all forgotten, huh?
Listen to me, Noah. Clay Hollister's a good man. He killed Pa because he had to, because it was his duty. What good is all this hating and killing? You're young yet. You got your whole life ahead of you. What do you want to follow in his footsteps for?
I don't aim to. I want to go away and start over. But I gotta take care of Hollister first. Whatever he was, Jonas Bell was our Pa.
He thought it was you last night. I lied to him. I swore it wasn't. I won't help you anymore.
I didn't think you would. Well, it don't matter. I'll find him. We'll shoot it out.
No. You only get yourself killed, too. You wouldn't stand a chance that way.
Well, at least I'm gonna try. Maybe since you're a woman, you don't understand, but I've got to do this.
Noah, I'm begging you. I'll go away with you tonight. We'll head for California.
It's me or him.
Noah, you're all I got. I can't let you get killed.
There's another way. That grove where we met outside of town. If you were to invite him on a picnic lunch and take him there.
No.
Well, it's either that or I face him tonight. Now take your choice. Next Sunday noon, I'll be waiting. And if both of you don't show up, 1 hour later, I'll be walking down Main Street.
Well, thanks, Clay. But you shouldn't have.
I don't think it'd become you.
It's a man of the world, editor.
What do you think of that?
The New York hat?
Yeah, well, a rancher was going to buy it for his wife. I knew that lady had her heart set on it, so...
It's nice. I guess. What's the occasion?
Oh, there's no occasion. We're going on a picnic Sunday. I just thought I'd surprise her with it.
A couple of days ago, that would really have concerned me.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking.
Now I'm trying to believe she's only inviting you to a picnic.
I'm trying to believe it, too. But if that bullet the other night was meant for me, I'd better find out for certain.
Yeah.
Can't go to a picnic without being fancied up a little. There, take a look. That dress fits you as well as it fits me. You're about as pretty as a picture. You in love with Clay?
That's just plain silly.
Why not? You've every right. You have yourself fun today. You hear me?
Sometimes that isn't easy, Nellie.
Maybe you'd better tell me why not.
Have you forgotten what my last name is? It's Bell.
No, I haven't. And Bell won't always be your last name. Besides, you've made friends for what you are, not who you were.
Anybody home?
He's here. Come on, let's go. Good morning, Clay.
Morning, Nellie. Well, look at you.
Clay, aren't you forgetting something? Have a good time.
Got a surprise for you. Wait till later. like we got it all to ourselves.
Clay, I want to talk to you.
About what?
About Jonas Bell, Sheriff. Drop your gun. Right on time. Good job, lady. What do you expect, Sheriff? She's a Bell, ain't she? Same as me? Same as the man you killed? Now start walking. Straight towards the water. All right, hold it.
Good. I was wondering whether you were going to shoot me or drown me.
A little of both. This is much easier than digging a grave. It'll take weeks to find you.
It'll take a while to find you, too. But they will.
Well, that'll be their problem. Now turn around and face me. Us Bells don't shoot men in the back.
Your father did.
Shut up.
No! I can't let you go through with it, Noah.
Get out of my way. You ain't gonna stop me this time.
I can't let you do it, Noah. I want you to know I was in on this too, Clay. The Bells are through with killing and trouble. Finally through.
Well, Noah, you're not wanted for any crime, so I'm not pressing charges this time. On one condition, that you leave the territory today.
Oh, we will, Sheriff. I'll give you my word on that. We're going to head for California. Noah's going to start fresh.
I don't understand, Sheriff. I would have killed you.
Would you now?
No.
That's good enough for me.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Lady, you know, you don't have to go. You've got a lot of friends in town, friends who'd like you to stay.
I can't, Clay. Noah needs me. But maybe we'll be back someday.
You've made up your mind? Oh, I've got something for you. Go on, try it on.
You know something? I really feel like a lady.
Why not? You are one.
Hey, the stage is here.
I'll be right there.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Sam Edwards, convicted of armed robbery and murder, was sentenced to death by hanging.
He's gonna hang
Lock him up. And take his belt.
Okay. Mind if I talk to your prisoner?
Not if he doesn't. You carrying any weapons?
Just my pencil.
Well, I don't guess Edwards can write his way out of jail.
Edwards?
What do you want?
I'm Harris Clyburn, editor of the Epitaph.
I robbed the man. He pulled a gun and I shot him. 3 witnesses saw it and they're going to string me up in the morning. That's it. That's the whole story, newsman.
Just like that. Any regrets?
Yeah. I regret they caught me.
I want to see my brother.
All right. Put your gun belt on the table.
Now get out of here.
Who's that?
Newspaper editor.
What do you want?
Story of my life. Never mind him.
I stopped by to tell you not to worry.
Not to worry. They're going to string me up in the morning and you're telling me not to worry.
Just shut up and get some sleep tonight.
John, I want to sleep tomorrow night.
Just don't worry. I'll take my gun.
Short visit, Mr. Edwards.
Well, I've got a deadline to meet, Mr. Newsman. And, don't write the obituary yet.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. November 8, 1881. Violence was not uncommon in Tombstone, but it wasn't every day a man was hanged. And many of the citizens were up earlier than usual.
And he ordered twice as big a breakfast as the two of us put together.
Maybe he's just putting on an act.
Mm-hmm. If it's an act, it's a good one. He finished every bite of it.
Yeah. Something tells me that Sam Edwards doesn't think he's going to hang.
Neither does his brother.
All right, Clint, bring him on.
Time to go, Sam.
Hey, you want this?
What did you think I was going to do, Sheriff? Hang myself?
Put the cuffs on him, Quinn. Goodbye, Edwards.
I don't like goodbyes.
Hold it right there.
I've come from my brother. You better listen close, lawman. This cord on my boot, it goes to a spring hooked to the trigger of a loaded rifle. Now, the rifle is aimed dead center at a full box of dynamite. You shoot me, my leg will relax. This town of Tombstone will be just one big hole in the ground.
Sort of looks like a standoff, don't it? I can't shoot you. You can't take Sam.
We got no standoff. Hey, you! Cut him loose. Send him down here, quick! Guess he didn't hear me. Cut him loose, quick.
I'll just take this.
He's got a dead man switch triggered to a case of dynamite, Clay.
That's not all I've got, Sheriff. Sam, throw back that cover. Oh, he's not dead, Sheriff. Won't do me no good dead. Lift him up, Sam. Take off the gag. Whatever you have to do, Clay.
No, Harris, it isn't just you. There really is dynamite in that box. It'd blow up the whole town. And you and Sam.
Sam was going to die anyway. I just shot your hangman. There's not much difference between hanging and blowing up. You die both ways. One's just noisier.
There are things worse than hanging or blowing up, Edwards. I'm going to be following you.
Yeah. You do that, Sheriff. And take your time. We got a long way to go. I told you not to worry.
That's what you told me.
8, 1881. Clay Hollister decided on a plan of action. He was determined to find a way to capture the Edwards brothers.
Quint, give me your shirt. I want you to take 2 men and follow that wagon. I want John Edwards to think that I'm one of you. So stay in plain sight and out of rifle range. And don't you fire at them. If Edwards relaxes that leg, that dynamite will blow.
What are you going to do?
And I don't know for sure. But sooner or later, they're going to have to separate themselves from that dynamite. And I'm going to be there when they do.
That sheriff's following, all right. He's got 2 men with him. But he's keeping his distance.
Yep. Hey, let's get that thing unhooked. You can't keep your leg like that forever.
Now, relax. I'm running this. If I weren't, you'd be dead now. You try that again and I'll kill you.
I have a feeling that's what you have in mind anyway.
They're getting a little closer. See if you can get one of them. The middle one.
They're not close enough to hit.
They'll stay on your heels.
I hope so. I sure hope so. I'm counting on that.
I don't know what you have in mind, but Hollister won't give up.
He can follow us forever, and that's a long time.
Not in your case, Sam. Or yours.
Whoa! Oh!
Now what?
Sam, reach down and take hold of the cord. Hurry!
Why?
Quick, just take the cord. Now keep the tension on it. You got it?
Yeah?
Oh, man. I had a cramp in my foot.
Anybody hurt?
No, I think they were just measuring distance, Clay.
Keep dogging them. We'll get our chance.
Right.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
did you miss some of those bumps? You drive like we're carrying a sack of wheat.
The bump won't hurt that stuff. The weather's too cold. Besides, we don't have much further to go. We're almost there. If we get by this, we're free and clear and on our way to Durango. Wolf.
What's the matter?
I just told this newspaper man where we're headed. You know, you're running into a lot of hard luck.
Well, we can go somewhere else, John.
After we make this turn up here, we're going to stop and unload. Make sure that posse keeps its distance. The other end of this tunnel should be 2 horses, saddles, and some grub. Go see if they're there.
Everything's there.
Sure. I planned it. Stand up. Okay, Sam. Don't move until I tell you to. Reach in the back there. Move the dynamite away from the rifle. Okay, after I'm down, take him about 10 feet inside the tunnel. Use him as a shield. Okay, go ahead. Get moving. Would have worked just fine. Hold it. These are fused for 10 seconds. Get the horses. When they're ready, call me.
What are you going to do with him?
I think I can answer that.
We're not going to do anything with him. The dynamite is.
John!
to lead you. After all this trouble, it'd be a shame to blow myself up, too.
Yeah. A real shame.
Edward!
Don't count on your dynamite.
All right, Edwards. You caused a lot of people a lot of trouble. Now let's see if you can take some of it.
Okay. Come on, Sheriff.
Harris? Quinn? Harris? In here! They went out this tunnel.
Another entrance?
Yeah. Clay! Don't! You'll kill him!
Yeah. I wouldn't want him to miss his hanging.
Go take this out and blow it up with a rifle shot.
Clay, what happened to that hangman?
He's dead. Looks like we'll have to get another one real quick.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Well, Harris?
What can I do for you?
Well, I'm glad you could come right over, Clay. I've got to get the technical description of this Army heliograph thing straight.
All right. Yeah, but first let me give you the weather report. Tombstone's in for a big wind. I just heard some of our prominent citizens rehearsing their speeches of welcome. Boy, they're puffed up like spring frogs.
The governor's used to it.
Yes.
Check that copy for me, will you?
All right. Governor Armstrong making an inspection of the Army's new heliograph, a signal and warning system against Indian raids and...
Not that part, the technical stuff down here.
Oh. On a chain of mountain peaks, the Army has set up a system of flashing mirrors. They can talk to each other in Morse code, dots and dashes. More important, they can talk to patrols miles away on the mesas and flats and give them the location and movements of renegade Apache raiding parties.
Wire for you, Clay.
Oh.
Governor's stage coming in early.
Oh, good enough. Let's ride out and meet him. We can finish this later.
Good idea. Let's go.
There they come. They're running loose.
got him, Clay. Swooped down just like hunting hawks and got him.
Is that the governor? No, it's one of his aides.
Where's Armstrong?
That's what I gotta find out. Conrad, take the stage into town. Quentin, I want you to gather some men to ride with me. Harris, you send a telegram to Fort Huachuca. Tell them that I'm mounting a posse to backtrack toward Mormon Peak. Have the heliograph station on the peak signal me what horsemen are working that area, right? Let's go.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. What are those things saying now?
Spotted 5 riders in the Cochise Gorge. Let's go. Yeah, 5 of them. Ponies are shod. They can't be Apaches. Take a look at that.
How can they tell where they're going? With every swig of that, you get a free snake.
Yeah.
Let's put out flankers and comb the canyon.
No, you're not going in there.
Why not?
Box Canyon. Perfect trap.
Well, if we know they're in there, and they got the governor.
If we ride in together, they could scratch us out with one volley. Grant, you and I'll go ahead.
Right.
Harris, you and the others block the mouth of the canyon if there's any trouble.
All right, Hollister. Hold it right there.
Governor Armstrong, with Frank Banner behind him.
Drop your guns and keep coming up, Hollister, alone. I'm not a patient man. Now get up here before I start diselecting me a governor.
Call him up here.
Sheriff Hollister! There are only 4 of them. Signal your men and charge them.
Send your boys back to Tombstone, Hollister. And you come up here.
I'll pretend to pull out. I'll send the boys back in along the sides of the canyon.
No, do what he says. Tell Harris to take the men back to Tombstone.
We outnumber them.
It's not going to save the governor.
You gonna do what I say? Or shall I kill him right now?
Take him back, Quint.
Didn't expect to see me, did you, Hollister?
Yeah, you left your card, Banner.
Card?
Nobody else would kill one man needlessly and shoot another so badly he'd live long enough to get the stage into town. Nobody but an Apache. And an Apache would know a governor if he saw one.
My brother Dan's still set to hang.
That's right, tomorrow morning. Nothing's changed.
You missed your tally, Sheriff. 2 things have changed. You and him. I'll start climbing.
Where's the Army crew of the heliograph?
We give them lead medals and send them on a furlough, that's what.
Happy here used to be a telegrapher. He sent that message about 5 riders. It brought you in like a fish on a string, huh? You're gonna send another one, Happy. I want them to know that the governor and Hollister here are alive. But I'll kill them both if they don't clear the area of all patrols and posses. Bear, you tie them up and put them in the cave, huh?
Come on.
Welcome to Tombstone, Governor.
Well, maybe it's not as bad as it appears. After all, the worst he could have in him would be ransom.
Yeah, for you, I hope so. But you see, Bandit swore that he'd kill me the day that his brother was executed in Yuma.
That's Dan Banta, who's hanging tomorrow for murdering a man during a payroll robbery?
That's right, I brought him in. I should have figured that he'd take advantage of your visit to Tombstone.
Well, that would have been a guess, Sheriff.
I'm paid to guess right. Now I gotta start guessing about how to get the two of us out of here. Now that we've sent our little message, we're gonna have a talk. The governor, the law gun, and me.
Talk.
My brother Dan's set to die in the morning.
He is?
And you're gonna set him free, Governor.
Why, that's ridiculous.
Not to me. See, we're gonna send another message on them flashing mirrors, this time in your name. It's gonna be relayed to Yuma Prison, telling them to let Dan go.
You can't do that. It's out of the question.
They won't release him until they see the governor.
That's why he's gonna be riding out of here right after we send the message. So they will see him. But we're keeping you, Hollister, just to make sure he does let Dan go. Well, Governor?
No.
You sure? Well, we're gonna have ourselves a little trial.
Trial?
Hollister, you brought Brother Dan into court, and the governor here rules the courts. I'm not here, because I'm the law. So you're both on trial for murder, Dan's murder. And Stark and Bear here are going to be the jury. You know, you can't spill blood without talking. Talking means justice, and we're going to have justice. So do you both swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
About what?
About killing my brother Dan. You're hanging him tomorrow.
No, the law is.
You're the law, so you're hanging him. Why?
For murder, as I understand it.
As you understand it. Would you know my brother if he walked in here right now?
No.
You hear that, jury? He's willing to hang a man he don't even know to look at. But you'd know my brother, wouldn't you?
I know him.
You brought him into trial, didn't you?
That's right, I brought him in.
And I accuse you of killing him.
No, Banta. I couldn't kill him. The governor couldn't. Nobody could kill your brother. Because, you see, after riding with you, he was already dead.
Squeezed dry of life and purpose by the man he followed.
You killed your brother, Banta, and nobody else.
You'd like for me to shoot you, wouldn't you? Make it quick and easy. But it's gonna be slow. Waiting for the hour like my brother's doing in his cell right now. Has the jury reached a verdict?
Guilty. Let's get it over with.
Well, the verdict's guilty, boys. But I'm not gonna kill you right now. Because I sentenced you to hang by the neck tomorrow morning when Dan hangs. By the neck until dead. And you got all night to think about it. Hollister, why don't you tell your stiff-necked friend about Hooper and Wilkie while you're waiting, huh?
Those men Bantam was talking about. Wilkie and Hooper? They were two men that he tortured to death. How? I'd rather not say. Bantam's got some things in his head that an Apache squaw wouldn't think of.
Well, then this isn't just a bluff. He isn't after ransom. He really intends to hang us?
If that's all he intends to do, we're lucky.
It's almost unbelievable. It's like a nightmare. A couple of days ago, I kissed my wife and my children goodbye and set off on a routine tour of inspection. Now, I'm a public servant, Sheriff. I'm a family man. I'm not a hero.
Who is?
Well, but it's different with you. You've lived around death.
No, Governor, you never get used to death.
But you don't understand. I don't know how to die. Not this way. Slowly. For no purpose at all.
Governor, another public servant once said, the highest purpose a man can serve is to cherish life and accept death with the same heartbeat.
Who was that?
Family man by the name of Abraham Lincoln.
Yes, but those were political words spoken for a battlefield.
Yeah, kind of battlefield. He was on his deathbed.
You don't understand. I haven't got his kind of courage.
Governor Armstrong, Bata feeds on fear. And every time we deny it to him, he dies a little bit. Deny him your fear, Governor.
I'll try. Lord help me. I'll try.
All right, go get him, Bert. You got the mirrors shine on that contraption, Happy?
Well, we needs the full sun to send a message.
Okay. Come on over here, Governor. I want to have a talk with you. I got a horse all ready for you over there, Governor.
For me? I don't understand. You're letting me go?
Well, I'm going to give you one more chance. Now, I want my brother Dan. Happy he'll flash the message and you can ride off of this mountain free as cottonwood down. Huh? How about it?
I can't do it.
You want to die, Governor? Why? Why do you want to die when you can live? Just to show how stiff and proud you took to dying, is that it?
No.
Well, who's going to care how proud you were? Who's going to know? The rocks, the wind going by?
I told you I won't do it.
Maybe you'd like to write something, Governor, huh? Note to the wife, huh? Wookie did. It's a real pretty note, too. All about how she should treasure life and how he was going to miss the sight of running antelope in the sun or hawks circling in the sky. You know, that sort of thing. It's real pretty. You want to write something, Governor? I'm waiting, Governor. No. I said I'm waiting!
No.
All right, set him up! Usually when I find a man who can't wait to die, I do my best to help him. But I'm gonna let you two die slow. I'm gonna let you take your courage and roll it around in your mouths so you can really taste it. Of course, it's best if your horse don't wander off looking for grass or water and leave you dancing. Then again, you might get tired and want to kick him and get it over with fast. I don't know how brave men figure, but smart men are riding down the mountain free. You sure, Governor? Okay.
Ooh, boy. Ooh, babe. Ooh, babe. Oh, babe.
Governor, I want to try something. You sing a song.
A song?
Yeah, anything, just to quiet the horses. Black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair. Her eyes are something wondrous fair. La 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 la. Love, I love the ground whereon she stands. Black, black, black is the color of my true love's hair. I love her eyes. La 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 la. Love, I love the ground whereon she stands. La 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 la. I love the ground whereon she stands.
Ooh. Oh. You all right, Governor?
Yeah. I'm all right, thanks.
Rub your wrists. Get the circulation back into it. And catch that horse and put a bridle on him.
I'll get him.
I gotta send a message. Bat and his men will be breaking out of Battle Pass.
Right.
Riders in the flat, headed this way.
Cavalry!
They must have spotted us, Frank. Yeah, let's head back through Dead Man Canyon. Come on.
Batters, man. Cavalry turned him, we'll cut him off.
Just the two of us? How?
You stay here. I'll ride back to those narrows, and when they pass that open spot in the trail, you give me an arm signal.
But you're unarmed. What can you do?
You remember the old saying about too much rope? Just maybe Batters hanged himself.
I almost guessed wrong again. Let the cavalry take care of those other two.
You ready, Governor? The whole town's out there waiting.
Yes, I'm all ready. You coming, Clay?
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. Here's some notes from your speech we found on the floor of the stagecoach. Afraid there's a little blood on them.
Those blood stains will be all the notes I need. I'm not talking politics today. I'm going to tell the people of Tombstone about their sheriff. Well, now, sir, I'd kind of take it easy on that if I were you. See, sheriff's on the program, too. He might have quite a piece to speak about the territorial governor.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Valerie.
Oh, Mr. Clyburn. Guess you didn't expect to see me back in this town. Do you know where Clay Hollister is?
I suppose he's in his office, isn't he?
Window's dark.
He's coming across the street now.
Gotta talk to him alone. I'm a little scared.
Why?
Sort of wore out my welcome with the law here in Tombstone.
Clay wasn't just the law to you, Belle. Well, I guess I'll be going. Lock up for me, will you, Clay?
Hello, Clay.
Well, thought I recognized you. Saw you riding in.
I wouldn't have come back here, but I'm in trouble.
You've been in trouble for quite a while. You don't have to ruin a good horse just to prove that.
Was the horse or me? He's following Clay.
Ben Quaid?
Yes, but he won't ride into town. He's afraid of you. That's why I had to come to Tombstone. He'd hunt me down anywhere else. You can understand that.
Can I? I've tried to understand a lot of things about you. Like why you ever took up with him.
I don't know. Let's say a girl sometimes feels too much and sees too little. I made a mistake, I know it. I've got a chance to correct that mistake. My sister's coming to take me back east.
Do you mean it, Belle? When?
Noon stage tomorrow.
All right. You go on over to Nellie Cashman's Russ house. Nellie isn't there, but you tell Miss Bowers I sent you. I'll take care of your horse.
Thanks, Clay. For old times, Clay. And all times.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. The morning of January 21, 1881. Hermit Mesa, a short distance from Tombstone.
Hi, Gus.
Oh, it's Mr. Ben Quaid back again.
Look, I got some sulfur from that old mine at Sulphur City. You got any finished powder you want to trade?
Yeah,
Real good stuff, huh?
the finest.
Well, I'll take that keg there. You lash it onto my horse so it'll ride real nice and easy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Quaid, what are you doing? No. No. What are you doing? You're burning up my plate. No. Oh, no. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Oh, no. No. Oh, Mike. Mike. Oh, Mike. Mike.
Pretty stuff for a mine blast.
Sounded like it came from Hermit Mesa. Gus Neff's powder depot.
Maybe a story for you, not a pretty one. Get your horse.
Ben.
Yeah. You know, it was real lonely in Poison Town. Hmm? I don't like when people run out on me.
You don't like being shot at by Clay Hollister either. He knows I'm here, Ben.
Well, Hollister's over at Hermit Mesa taking care of a sick friend. Now you get your clothes, Belle.
I'm not going back with you, Ben. I told you.
I said get your things.
You're safe now, Gus. You're all right.
Why would he do such a thing?
Who, Gus?
Ben Quaid. I should never have done business with him.
Quaid?
Mm.
Harris, take care of him. Get him to a doctor.
Sure. What's on your mind?
Ben Quaid and Belle Reed.
He blew this place up to get you out of town.
He'll head for the border. And once he gets both boots in Mexico, he's free as smoke. Well, just maybe I can change his plans.
Go ahead, Clay. Gus will be all right.
Right.
Get out, Belle.
Clay, I've been hit. I'm sorry, Clay. Hurry, Clay, my sister. I want to see her.
You'll see her. I promise.
Miss Reed?
Yes?
I'm Clay Hollister, sheriff here in Tombstone.
My sister Isabel mentioned you in her letters quite often when she first arrived here.
Yeah, she spoke often of you two.
Where is my sister, Sheriff? Why didn't she meet me?
Would you mind stepping into my office for a minute?
Yes, Sheriff.
I'll get her luggage and leave it at the Russ house.
Sit down, please.
Is there something wrong, Sheriff?
It's kind of hard to say.
Belle's had some more trouble.
Yes, ma'am. Belle's had some trouble.
Well, where is she? I want to see her right away.
She's in Doc Cunningham's office.
What are you trying to tell me, Sheriff?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Belle's dead.
But how?
From a gunshot wound.
Will you take me to the doctor's office, please?
The morning of January 22, 1881, Belle Reed was dead. Her sister Gwen had only partially recovered from the shock.
Oh, Miss Reed, come in. The wind's chilly this morning.
I want to thank you for all you tried to do for my sister, Sheriff.
Oh, I'm afraid I didn't help very much.
Forgive my directness, Sheriff, but Dr. Cunningham tells me that Some in town here thought that you and Belle were going to be married.
Doc Cunningham talks too much. I don't mean that I didn't like Belle. I did. But she had her own ideas.
That runs in our family. I liked her too, Sheriff. I loved her. We've got to do something about her murder.
We, Miss Reed?
Please call me Gwen. Sheriff, after you brought Belle to the doctor's, why didn't you take some in and go after Quaid?
Well, because he would have been across the border into Mexico before I could have caught him.
Why didn't you follow?
I can't. Not wearing this star. No lawman can. Quaid knows that.
Well, a lawman can't. But a woman can.
You? Oh, Gwen, you're new out here, and you've been through a lot. You better let me handle this.
Sheriff, my sister was murdered yesterday. And I've got an idea how to get the man who did it. Are you interested?
Of course I'm interested. It's my job. And it's a lot more than that.
Quaid doesn't know my sister's dead, does he, Sheriff?
Oh, he's hardly the inquiring kind when he's being chased by a bullet.
And I look almost exactly like Belle.
When you got off that stage, you could have been Belle 16 months ago.
If I were to wear her clothes and fix my hair like hers, even Quaid wouldn't know the difference.
Oh, for a little while, maybe. But how would you find him? You don't even know what he looks like.
Now I do. And I'm not likely to forget.
Now, wait a minute, Gwen. Northern Mexico's a big country.
Dr. Cunningham tells me there's a ghost town just below the border. A kind of outlaw sanctuary around an abandoned sulfur mine. Used to be called Sulphur City. Quaid must have some contacts there.
Did Doc Cunningham tell you what folks call it now? Poison Town. It's a polite name for it. The devil himself has contacts there. Even the air smells of brimstone.
Quaid should feel right at home. He might even pay a call if he thought Belle was waiting for him.
There they are. All Belle's things. I've washed and mended her blouse, too.
You've been awfully kind, Mrs. Bowers. Everybody has. I don't know how to thank you.
Well, there's no need to try. Belle made some mistakes, but they didn't hurt anybody but ourselves. We all loved her.
If I had only arrived one day sooner.
Well, the wheel turns and the dice drop in. Plenty of people get hurt. It wasn't your fault. If you need anything, I'll be downstairs.
Thank you, Mrs. Bowers.
Clay, I'm worried about that nice Miss Reed.
Well, why, Miss Bowers?
Well, I left her a couple of hours ago, crying her heart out. She blames herself for Belle's death. So I went up just a minute ago to see if I could fix her some lunch. The room's empty. She left this for you.
She's left for the border. Yep.
Isn't that riding outfit that Belle was wearing when she died? She's wearing it, Clay. Her own clothes are on the bed.
She's gone to Sulphur City.
By herself? What for?
She thinks she can convince Quaid's men that she's Belle, get Quaid back across the border.
That's like walking into the devil's living room.
Clay, you've got to go after her.
That's about what she figured.
Well, you can't take him in Mexico.
Well, I guess I'll just have to take a vacation.
Where's Quaid?
Who wants to know?
You know who I am. Take a good look.
Get Quaid. Tell him Belle Reed's here.
Right.
So you came back, pal. I figured you would. What about that sister?
She took one look at me and started crying. Then she began preaching how I disgraced the family. You know the name she called me.
Well, I'll make you forget all about that. Yes, sir. Now, come here.
Ben, we've got some talking to do.
Well, you never were one for talking. Not my Belle. Except you ain't my Belle. You've been playing that right through, huh? That face, his clothes, huh? You're the sister that came to take her away.
An hour too late. Yesterday, a bullet took her away.
In that ruckus with Hollister?
You can put another notch in your gun.
I'd rather see Clay Hollister dead than own all the mines in Tombstone. And if that's him, I'm going to get my wish. There's a lot of good guns out there. You and me, we're going to pull them out into the open.
You are?
You and me, sister. Yeah. Now, because when Hollister hears a woman scream for help, well, naturally, he's just up and off. Hollister. I can wait for him.
Drop the gun, Quaid.
Don't shoot.
I can't see it. You can feel. I said drop it.
You're all right now, Gwen. Breathe deep. Fresh air.
Goodbye, Mr. Clyburn.
Goodbye, Miss Reed. Best of luck.
I think I've enjoyed some good luck, provided by your sheriff.
We wish you wouldn't go.
In some ways, I wish I didn't have to.
Goodbye, Gwen.
That's from Bill and me.
Sister's all right.
What do you mean by that?
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory. 2 weeks later, June 29, 1882.
Morning, Quint.
Hi, Harris.
How do you like the sheriff's desk?
Well, I don't like the responsibilities. How about a game of cribbage?
Yeah, I've got time for a game.
Good. It won't take me long to trim you. My deal.
Yeah. Any news from Clay?
No news. My crib. Well, there's nibs for a pair.
8.
16 for 2 more.
17.
18, 2 more for the pair of aces.
22.
Cribbage, huh?
Yep.
Who's winning?
I am.
We just started.
Telegram?
Sheriff in?
Out of town. Expect him back soon.
Oh.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that a telegram?
Yeah, it's for the sheriff.
Well, I'm his deputy.
That's right. You're his deputy.
And when Clay's gone, I'm in charge.
That's right, Ben.
You know what I'm in charge of? The telegraph office.
Look, if it's personal, okay, but if it's official business, hand it over. Come on.
It's official business. It's addressed to the sheriff. So if you want to hear about the 4 escaped convicts heading east from Yuma, you just ask the sheriff when he comes back and picks up his telegram.
4 escaped convicts.
Heading this way from Yuma, huh?
How'd you know?
How'd I know?
Oh, well, I guess you can handle it.
And Ben and his practical jokes.
Pretty grim joke. 4 escaped convicts.
Yeah. I wonder what the odds are that... No, it's impossible.
What?
I was wondering what the odds are that Clay, riding down alone from Globe, might run into him.
Nah, I wouldn't book those odds. Look. Aces and 8s. Dead man's hand.
Where are you going?
I sent a telegram to Yuma. I want more information about 4 escaped convicts.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. That same day, June 29, 1882, on the road to Tombstone.
On your feet, drop your guns.
Looks like we caught ourselves a lawman.
Maybe, maybe not. These can be bought or stolen.
That one wasn't.
Who are you?
I'm Clay Hollister. Who are you?
Where are you from?
I'm from Tombstone. You'll find out all about it.
Tombstone, huh? Well, that's interesting. Because that's what you're going to get out of this deal, mister. A tombstone. You did a good job on him, mister.
He was dead when I got here, and you know it.
Yeah, sure.
Well, check my guns.
Tell them the truth. I guess we get somebody else to thank. Toby?
I didn't kill Finch. I never killed anybody in my life.
Parker?
Well, I'd thought about it, but I didn't do it. That leaves you, Eggleston.
Not me. I like Finch.
Oh, looks like maybe he shot himself in the back, huh?
Maybe. Right now, we're going to take care of you, Hollister.
Kill him here.
Hey, what do you want to do? Go back to jail in a hurry? Somebody else might have heard those shots. Come on, let's go.
What happened to Carlson?
You a friend of yours?
That's right.
Well, he had quite a place here, stacked with provision, a fortune in silver. Murder was a habit with Finch. Time to that bed.
You do everything they tell you to, Toby?
Shut your mouth. What'll you do if I don't? Kill me?
Hold it, Toby. He's needling you.
Yeah? And you tie him up.
Well, why tie him up? What are we waiting for? If you kill me, you're going to have to kill both of them. What do you mean?
If they get captured, they'll testify against you, and you'll hang for murder.
Well, I wouldn't put it past you. Get rid of me and the silver's a two-way split. Maybe Finch wasn't the only greedy one around here, huh?
Finch wanted too big a share. I only want what's coming to me.
That's what I want. I plan to get it.
Oh, they'll give it to you.
You're working hard, aren't you, Sheriff?
You got a gun, Eggleston. You kill him.
What's the matter? You scared? You weren't scared of Finch?
Go ahead. You do it.
You better remember, Eggleston. You got witnesses.
I got a way to settle this. Low card kills.
I'll settle for that.
Yeah. Then Lady Luck killed him.
I can tell you right now who's going to lose. And Lady Luck won't have anything to do with it.
Clay back yet?
Not yet. Anything on your mind?
Same thing that's on yours.
Another wire about those 4 escaped convicts. They tracked them as far as Cochise County, where they broke into a general store for guns and supplies.
I remember this one, Finch. Read about the trial. He's a killer, Quinn.
Know anything about the others?
A little. Finch is the only out-and-out killer. The rest are borderline cases.
Well, maybe that's why they're heading for the border, huh?
Yeah. Let me know when Clay gets back.
Maybe I ought to send a wire to Globe.
What for?
Well, if they are still in the county, well, who knows? 4 against 1's pretty rough odds.
Cochise County covers a lot of territory, Quint. And if Clay does meet up with them, it wouldn't surprise me if he came riding into town with 4 prisoners.
I still think I'll send a telegram.
It's not necessary. I already have.
All right. Low card kills. Turn them over.
King. Three.
Seems like I got a good chance of being the middleman. Looks like you're elected, Toby.
So Eggleston dealt, huh?
Well, like I told you before, I knew who was going to lose. They're getting ready to shoot you in the back right now.
Why, you...
All right, Toby. Now.
You dealt. Why didn't we cut?
Maybe you were afraid to. What difference does it make anyway?
Plenty. This time we cut.
What are we going to do? Keep cutting cards until it comes out the way you want it to?
All right, I've got it. 3 guns, 3 bullets. We'll draw together. He gets them all.
June 29, 1882. Mid-morning in Tombstone. Clay Hollister was several hours overdue.
Any news from Globe?
According to this answer, Clay left Globe before dawn.
Should have been back a couple hours ago.
Yeah. Going somewhere?
Taking a ride.
Any place in particular?
North.
Think you might meet Clay riding in?
Maybe. Where are you going?
Keep you company.
Oh, suit yourself. I'm just riding out to exercise my horse.
Well, why the shotgun? Gonna force him to exercise?
Well, you know, I'm not superstitious, Harris, but I still don't like the idea of that dead man's hand showing up.
I don't like it either. If anything does happen to Clay, it's your fault.
My fault?
Sure. You're the one suggested that game of cribbage.
You're real funny, Harris.
Draw at the count of 3.
May I stand?
Go ahead, Hollister. Well, at least I got one consolation. Finch's killer will make sure that the other 2 of you keep me company. Of course, whoever the other 2 of you are, you could stay alive if you turned the killer over to me. You could be in Mexico with the silver by the time I could follow you. Start counting.
Hollister, you just give me an idea. A 50-50 split of the silver is better than a bullet. Toby killed Finch. We killed Toby in self-defense. That puts us in the clear.
Yeah, once we get rid of the witness. Killing me isn't going to save you from a bullet in the back.
He can trust me.
Sure he can. Just as much as you can trust him.
I'm the only one that knows his country, Parker. You're never going to see Mexico without me. You have to trust me. What about it?
What about him?
Well, we'll take care of our friend, accidental-like. Outside. Come on, move.
Ground's all churned up. Somebody heading for Tombstone. Changed their mind, went off in that direction.
Why? Nothing up there.
Yeah.
Think it might be Clay?
Maybe. Let's go.
Well, let's dump him in the mine.
Later. You know how to set off an explosion?
There's nothing to it.
As long as you get clear before the dynamite goes off. There's nothing worse than being buried under tons of earth.
Well, take your time. Maybe you can think of something worse. I'm in no rush.
But we are. You stay here.
Sure. Sure, you stay here while he runs off with the silver.
I'll go with it.
I can carry a few sticks of dynamite myself.
You might trip and fall. With the silver.
It's him, all right. Finch.
Prints. Lots of them.
Yeah, and I think I know whose.
Yeah, maybe Clay's too.
Maybe.
His badge.
Maybe he's still alive.
Here it is. You wanted to come, you carry it. Keep your eye on Hollister while I find some fuses. If you can trust me that far. Give me a hand with this junk. These are too short.
We'll just tie a couple of them together.
Too many knots. Put out the fuse. This'll do it. Inside the bonnet.
Got here just in time.
In time for what?
To cut the ropes.
These are the escaped convicts.
I don't know, I guess so.
Hands tied, no guns. All right, I give up. How'd you do it?
I had a little help. Greed, lady luck.
And maybe the dead man's hand.
Got it.
Who killed him?
I don't know.
I guess the Lucky Mule mine wasn't very lucky for anybody.
No, destroyed all of them, including Eggleston here. Say, Quint.
Yeah?
What were you doing riding around out here? Who's minding the office?
The office? We just rode out to. I'll be hanged if I'm going to worry about him next time.
I never did. I was just out exercising my horse.
Eggleston seems to have lost some of his confidence.
Well, I imagine he'll perk up in time to give some fast answers to the federal marshal.
They better be fast. Say, Quint, how about doing the rounds?
Yeah, as soon as we finish our game.
There's.
All right, why not? Day's shot anyway.
Well, I'm ahead. I've pegged 6 points.
Yeah, I know.
And you haven't pegged any.
I know.
Say, you're not using that same old deck, are you?
Yeah, why not?
Well, that's the one that gave you the aces and eights, the dead man's hand. There might be another one in there.
Say, Quint, if you don't mind, I do have a paper to get out tomorrow.
Yeah. I got my responsibilities, too.
You wouldn't be superstitious, would you?
Superstitious? Of course not.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Can you walk? I don't think so.
Great. A couple of shots will flush them out. Be careful and shoot high.
Careful. They're convicts.
They're on foot and they're unarmed. We don't have to push our advantage.
We better give ourselves up, Callahan. We'll never make it.
A bullet now or a noose later. I'll take my chances with a bullet.
I'm coming out!
Get down!
Get down!
All right, McQueen, hold your fire. They're coming out. That was murder. What kind of a deputy are you, anyway?
The orders are dead or alive.
Shut him down!
Well, Holden,
I'll try it, too.
Well, we missed him.
So I shot a killer. If you haven't got the stomach for it, then go back to Sonoyta and take that desk job.
Take your hands off me. You'll hear about it when I'm ready to quit.
You better give it some thought. A lot of thought. Fast.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. Tombstone, the same day, October 17, 1884. Jim Patcher said you wanted me to come over as soon as I could.
Yeah, thought this would interest you.
Wanted dead or alive, Tom Holden, for a killing in the Wells Fargo robbery of April 23, 1882. Well, this is a couple of years old. I remember it. Holden was caught and convicted and sentenced to life in Yuma Penitentiary.
And 3 weeks ago, he escaped with 2 other convicts.
Oh.
And he's been wanted dead or alive again ever since, up until yesterday.
They caught him?
No, they found new evidence that he's innocent. Well, at least innocent of the killing.
I see. Well, this is quite a story, an important one. I'll wire Tucson and get all the facts and do it up right in the epitaph. Can I have this?
Sure. Where you going?
To send that telegram and get back to work. I'm up to my ears.
Harris. You gonna leave with half the story? They haven't caught him yet. There are 2 men following him. As far as they're concerned, he's still a killer.
And they'll take him any way they can.
Right.
Who's this Eli Parsons?
Oh, he's the sheriff of Sonoyta. The man with him is probably his deputy. They've tracked him as far as Cochise County, Mule Mountain area. Well?
Well, what?
Ready in, say, 15 minutes?
Make it 10.
Right. Oh, you know, I ought to get a year's free subscription to the Epitaph for this.
How do you figure that?
Well, it's the 3rd exclusive I've given you this year. 10 minutes.
A few hours later, near the foothills of the Mule Mountains.
Lay down, Harris. Don't worry. Get your hands up, both of you. Now walk over and keep your hands high.
Take it easy, mister.
I said get your hands up.
What's the trouble here?
Your boy. I'm Clay Hollister, sheriff of Tombstone.
Hollister, of course.
This is Harris Clyburn.
Howdy.
Hello, Sheriff.
McQueen, what are you trying to do? Excuse my deputy. He's a little jumpy.
A little?
You take care of the horses, McQueen.
And that doesn't mean shoot him.
Well, there's no harm in being careful. We're on a manhunt, Sheriff. You could have been the man we're searching for.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
Well, I understood the men that you're looking for are on foot.
All right, McQueen, take care of the horses like I told you.
Where'd you get that trigger-happy deputy?
McQueen, well, he was wished on me by the town fathers of Sonoyta.
You mean he doesn't shoot at them?
No, he's after this. But welcome anyway, such as it is. Let's get on inside. Tell me, Clay, what brings you out here? Nothing happening in Tombstone?
Oh, I got a telegram from the U.S. Marshal in Tucson. He asked me to contact you about one of your escaped prisoners.
Well, Holden could be innocent then, huh?
Yeah, according to that, they've got new evidence, and they want to give him another trial.
Holden was convicted of killing a Wells Fargo agent. I was at the trial. They had a good case against him.
Sometimes the law makes mistakes.
Yeah, like anybody else, I guess. McQueen? Yeah, you better read this. Might help calm down that trigger finger of yours. Well, Clay, there's only 2 of them left now. We buried Seth Wheeler this afternoon. No sense going into details on that. Now, Holden and Callahan are on foot and unarmed. We should catch up with them by morning. And, we're giving Holden every chance to come in.
I'd say we already gave him his chance. And he didn't take it.
You got a personal grudge against him?
I never saw him before in my life. But he's a convict. Nobody's proved he's innocent yet.
Sounds like a coyote.
No, it's not coyotes.
Well, what is it, Sheriff? Owls?
Apaches.
Apaches.
Renegade Apaches have been raiding the prospectors in these mountains.
Well, I guess we don't get all the news in Sonida.
Subscribe to the Tombstone Epitaph.
How many Apaches are supposed to be?
Some say 15, some say 50.
That puts us about the same boat as Holden Callahan.
No, not quite. We've got guns and they haven't. But we got something else working for us. Apaches don't attack during the night. They'll wait for dawn. We'll just have to get up real early.
October 18, 1884. Sheriff Parsons followed the trail of the escaped convicts with an experienced eye. Their time was running out, and there was no trace of Indians or coyotes.
They weren't armed.
Looks like they are. Maybe they got the guns from the people inside that cabin.
Yeah.
Clay, you keep us covered. Queen and I'll work our way in close.
Eli, remember, we want Holden alive.
Yeah. All right, Clay, you come with me. Queen, you give us cover.
Maybe you'd like us to surrender to them. Eli, you talk to him from here. I'll circle around behind the house.
Clay, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be taking the chances here.
Well, you're not exactly home in bed.
Holden! We have new evidence in your case. You're gonna get a new trial. You hear me? Holden!
How is it, Parsons?
It looks worse than it is.
Take him inside, McQueen. I've got bandages in my saddle pack.
Oh, are you a sheriff?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, catch them! Kill them! They killed my brother!
Clay, is this the sharpshooter?
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I thought they were coming back.
Who?
2 men. They came here this morning. They demanded food and guns and horses. Oh, we must fix that arm. My brother tried to stop them.
Gauze and bandages.
Thank you. But there was an older man.
Oh, that'd be Callahan, Clay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what the other man called him. He grabbed a gun from the table. He shot George. The other man tried to stop him. They fought. For a moment, I thought he'd killed the other man. Oh, am I hurting you?
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
Then this Callahan forced the other man to go with him. They took our horses and rode south. They're probably dead by now.
Not Apaches?
I've seen them twice this last week. George and I were working a streak of silver south of here. The Apaches were camped out there one night. It's been so hard here. George tried. I'll be all right. Just give me a few minutes.
Well, what are we going to do with her? Can't leave her here, can't take her with us.
Clay, I'll stay here and help. I'm not good for much else.
Well, let's go.
McQueen, remember, we're giving Holden a chance to come in, and don't you forget. Oh, Clay.
Yeah?
Be careful, huh?
Are the Apaches?
No.
October 18, 1884, noon. The escaped convicts, now armed and mounted, left a trail that led deep into Indian country.
Holden and Callahan?
I don't know. You take cover here, I'll scout ahead. And if it is Holden and Callahan, I want to take them without gunfire. No sense advertising ourselves to the Apaches.
Law. So you made it. You're as good as dead, Sheriff. I never saw so many Indians. You know something, Sheriff? You ain't no different from me or them Redskins. You shot down Wheeler when he tried to give himself up. My boots. They even took my boots.
What happened to Holden?
Bullet or a noose. I never figured on an arrow.
Is Holden still alive?
Gave him my gun. Told him to make a run for it.
Where'd he go?
Up there somewhere. What difference it make? We're all dead, man.
Must be a coyote.
Yeah, a coyote with a new pair of boots.
Let's get out of here.
Holden could still be alive.
Well, we won't be if we stay.
Then you go back.
Clay, up on the hill.
train, take the horse's time out of sight.
Getting a good story?
Isn't exactly what I had in mind. Can't interview the Apaches. Don't speak the language.
What are you worried about? Making their meaning pretty clear. At least we're sure of one thing.
What?
Queen's on our side for the time being.
There are times when the sword is mightier than the pen.
Guess there'll be no holding you down after today.
Provided I live through it.
Holden's still alive.
How do you know?
Just saw him duck into a mine shaft up there.
Well, his chances of survival are better than ours.
Chased him. Looks like our boots cost him too much. McQueen!
Yeah, I'm here. I'm low on ammunition. How about you?
Couple of rounds.
Look, let's get out of here before they come back.
You two stay here with the horses. I got some unfinished business.
Holden?
That's right.
Where?
I'll take care of him.
Holden? Can you hear me? Holden! Save that ammunition. I got a telegram from the U.S. Marshal in Tucson. You're going to get a new trial. Can you hear me? Don't spoil it for yourself now. Throw out the gun and follow it.
One bullet. take care of himself.
I know what I'm doing. You watch the horses.
I'm not armed.
Well, they really shot you up good, didn't they?
I'm still alive.
Can you ride?
If I'm really getting a new trial, I'll walk to Tucson.
That's him. He's the one that framed me for that Wells Fargo job.
Don't move, Hollister. A bullet can beat the fastest draw.
That's right. Now what?
Oh. Well, I'll just tell him that the posse and convicts were killed by Apaches.
And you were the only one that escaped.
That's right. I was lucky.
Clay?
Your timing couldn't be better. Let's go have that leg taken care of.
Well, Hollister, this is my last official job. When I get Holden back to Sonoyta, I quit.
Oh, well, maybe you ought to think that over. You know, there's nobody in line for the job anymore.
No. McQueen wasn't right for it. Anyway, Sonoyta needs a younger man. Besides, I've made a business deal.
Oh, business deal?
Yes. I'm coming back and help Bess work the mine. You see, Bess and I are going into partnership.
Well, I'd say that you're not getting any older. Matter of fact, you're a lot younger. As a very attractive woman.
Thank you, Sheriff, but I do need help.
Well, bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, and who knows about that mine? I wish someone would take a shot at me.
Oh, well, you just keep writing those fiery editorials.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone